Luka Doncic is lighting up the basketball world, and honestly, no one's shocked. From his teenage years, Luka was already turning heads, outplaying seasoned pros at just 17. But now, he's taken his game to a level that few in the history of basketball have ever touched. Not only is he dominating today's game, but many believe he's carving out a place among the all-time greats. Think that's an exaggeration? Well, let's see what some NBA legends have to say. One of them knows Luka's world better than most. Jason Kidd, a former elite point guard and a crucial piece of the Dallas Mavericks 2011 championship team. Kidd now coaches the very team he once led on the floor. If there's anyone who understands greatness in a Mavericks jersey, it's him. And his verdict on Luka, it's bold. Kidd has gone on record saying he believes Luka might already be better than Dirk Nowitzki, the player many consider the greatest Maverick of all time.
I've said this before, and I'll say it, for as long as I'm here, is you can't take this young man for granted. He's better than Dirk. He's in the atmosphere of MJ, the best to ever do it, LeBron, Kobe. And so just to appreciate what this young man's doing at the age of 24 is something that Dallas has never seen.
What do all basketball legends have in common? They make the game look effortless. And Luka Doncic is no different. The Slovenian sensation moves at his own rhythm, picking his spots with precision and staying cool no matter what defenses throw at him. Still, not everyone's just watching in awe. Some legendary defenders from the past, guys like Tony Allen and Bruce Bowen, have stepped up to say what they would do if they had to guard Luka in their prime. Even Ron Artest, known today as Meta Sandyford Artist and one of the fiercest defenders of the 2000s, joined the conversation. A former Defensive Player of the Year, Artest has matched up against the likes of Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, and Paul Pierce. So when he talks defense, people listen. Artest laid out his strategy. He'd make Luka work. I'd test his conditioning, he said. For the first 3 quarters, I'm chasing you everywhere. If you want to shoot, it better be off a screen. No easy jumpers. He added that he wouldn't even mind giving up 15 or 20 points early because by the 4th quarter, most guys would be out of gas. But even Artest admits Luka is a different kind of challenge, one he respects. Another former star who's shown major appreciation for Luka is Gilbert Arenas, known as Agent Zero. Arenas was a scoring machine in his day before injuries and controversy ended his career early. Now a regular voice in the podcast world, Arenas has praised Luka for something many overlook, his mastery of the fundamentals. Gilbert believes Luka's old-school footwork and basketball IQ allow him to dominate against taller, faster, and more athletic players. In his eyes, Luka's game is proof that skill still wins in today's NBA.
The reason fundamentals are necessary, it's like being in traffic with a Lamborghini or Prius. Yeah, you can beat the Prius in a straight up race, but through traffic, the Prius has an advantage. So what ends up happening is Luka has the advantage over anyone who's guarding him because these guys are too athletic for this part of the game.
Yes.
For this part of
that part, yeah, bro.
Open court.
Open court, you got him. Yeah.
Half court where you have to be disciplined. You never learned it. So these basic moves that get you to think I'm gonna go that way, to come back this way, you overplaying it, pump fake, you're jumping, foul. Next time, pump fake, you stop, okay. Like, so he plays the puppet master game with you. And that's what fundamentals are important, especially at a younger age.
Another elite point guard who made the jump to coaching is Chauncey Billups. Known for his high basketball IQ during his playing days, Mr. Big Shot hasn't had the chance to coach Luka Doncic, but he has coached against him, and let's just say that experience wasn't exactly pleasant, in a showdown between Billups' Portland Trailblazers and Luka's Dallas Mavericks. Luka delivered a masterclass performance, finishing with a 42-point triple-double, adding 13 rebounds, 10 assists, and most importantly, the win. After the game, Billups didn't hold back on the praise. He admitted that Luka was a major problem all night long. What impressed him most? Luka's ability to dominate in one-on-one situations. Billups said Luka made Portland's defenders look lost. using his craftiness and skill to pick apart their defense. When a former Finals MVP and top-tier guard like Billups calls you unstoppable, it speaks volumes.
It's a matter of playing against Luka. He makes every single team in the league look like that. It just is what it is. This guy's so big, you double him, he sees over top of you, his passes are on time, on target most of the time. It's just, some players are just that good, or they can do that. So for us, we knew that we were going to have to make multiple efforts on most possessions in this game. And for the most part, we did that, had a couple breakdowns, in the last few minutes of it that cost us.
Swan, asked who Luka reminded him of, Chauncey Billups didn't hesitate. He kept it simple. Nobody. He's one of one, Billups said, making it clear that Luka isn't a copy of any past great. He's creating a legacy entirely his own.
Luka. I don't know. I don't think we've seen a guy like him. So he's one of one.
Gary Payton, one of the fiercest point guards to ever play the game, also holds Luka Doncic in high regard, known as the glove for his lockdown defense and relentless trash talk. Payton built a reputation for throwing stars off, their rhythm, and rarely handing out compliments. But time has a way of shifting perspectives, and even a competitor as intense as Gary Payton has grown to respect the rising stars of today's NBA. When asked about Luka during his rookie year, Payton didn't hesitate. He called Luka an amazing talent and said the Mavericks would be smart to build their franchise around him. That kind of praise from a defensive legend like Payton, it's not given lightly.
Luka's a great talent, a real great talent. He showed it. Coming over here, winning Rookie of the Year, and scoring as easy as he did. That's for being over and overseas a lot, and being focused like that a lot, and know how to score. They're building. It is what it is. They're building. And once you build and put the right pieces together and keep them together for a little bit, they'll be fine. I think Mark is doing a good job of doing what he has to do to keep them together. They got a great coach, and they just got to keep working.
Swan, Steve Nash was coaching the Brooklyn Nets. One player constantly gave him headaches, Luka Doncic, and it all came to a head in March 2022. When Luka exploded for 49 points in a thriller against the Nets, with just 22 seconds left, Luka knocked down a clutch mid-range shot to give the Mavericks the lead. Kevin Durant answered right back, tying the game with 8 seconds remaining. Everyone in the arena knew who the Mavericks were going to rely on next. Luka. The Nets scrambled to stop him, throwing a double team his way to force the ball out of his hands. And while they did succeed in containing Luka directly, they forgot one key thing: his elite court vision. Luka read the defense perfectly and zipped a pass to Spencer Dinwiddie, who nailed the game-winning three. After the game, Nash gave Luka his flowers, highlighting what truly separates him from the pack. Not just the scoring, but his IQ, vision, and poise under pressure. In Nash's eyes, Luka wasn't just a star, he was different.
I just think his feel for the game, coupled with his size. He's able to use his size to get free, and that feel for how to get people off balance and how to spray the ball or how to score.
Doncic wasted no time making a statement in his very first playoff appearance in game. One of the 2020 Western Conference quarterfinals against the LA Clippers, Luka went off for 42 points, turning heads across the league. Made it even more jaw-dropping, he was just 21 years old. The performance sparked major buzz on ESPN, where Richard Jefferson and Scottie Pippen broke down. Luka's big night. Jefferson emphasized how much pressure and expectation had already been placed on Luka, even at such a young age. To him, dropping 42 in your playoff debut was a testament to Luka's superstar ceiling. Scottie Pippen, however, looked at the other side of the box score. He pointed out that Luka also had 11 turnovers in that game, and in his view, that ultimately cost the Mavericks a chance to steal a win. Still, no one could deny it. Luka had arrived, and the world was watching.
I know exactly where he's coming from. Being a player that has played at that level, had to be a leader for your team. When you have a game, when you have high turnovers, those are your worst games. Those are games that you can criticize yourself. Those are games that your teammates are going to criticize you. But not only the coaching staff are going to criticize you, but beyond that first half, you take away those first 7 turnovers, he had an outstanding game. His leadership, his floor ability to see the floor, to make the right plays. I mean, he was outstanding. His offense was very dominant down in the stretch of the game when Porzingis went out, but I can understand that he is a little bit humiliated because of the turnovers, and he realized, like everyone else in Texas, that they let a game get away.
The end of the day. Even Scottie Pippen couldn't deny Luka Doncic's greatness. Yes, he critiqued the turnovers, but he still made it clear that Luka was, and still is, an exceptional talent. That kind of performance at just 21. It spoke volumes. And it's not just analysts who were taking notice. NBA legends were too. Even though they only faced off twice, it didn't take long for Dwyane Wade to recognize Luka's brilliance. When asked what he thought of the rising star, Wade kept it simple and sincere. He's a big fan. When players of that caliber, Hall of Famers and champions, are showing respect this early in your career, you know you're doing something special.
Hell of a player, hell of a young player, but he just, it seems like he's been here before already. He's just very seasoned. I think Dallas Mavericks fans and NBA sports fans around the world should be excited about, what he can do for the next 20 years in this game. As a fan of the game, I love watching him play. He does things on the court that you just, it wows you. So it's great. You guys got a good one. Keep him. I'm sure Mark Cuban will.
You think of basketball legends? Michael Jordan is the first name that comes to mind. You'd expect the greatest of all time to be constantly in the public eye, especially when it comes to the game of basketball. But that hasn't been the case. Jordan has kept a relatively low profile in recent years, rarely seen around the game or talking about it, but actions speak louder than words. And during the 2022 All-Star Game, Jordan made a statement that caught everyone's attention.